It's week 2 of the 2023 season. And up next are the Texans' sure-handed wide receiver. He's coming off a game where he had the hot hands, over 160 yards receiving. It's the Texans and the Browns on Thursday night primetime.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Tonight we're on to week 2 in the NFL season as we've got a good one here between the Cleveland Browns and the Houston Texans. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand here. CD, you look at the Texans in this matchup, and this is going to be a heck of a chess match. This offense against a defense that will take no prisoners out there.
It's going to be a big-time battle, and I think that both of these teams have that mindset of we're going to do what we do and make the other guys react to us. And we've definitely got a couple of headstrong coordinators who won't back down from a challenge. So this will be a battle of wits as much as it'll be a battle of brawn.
And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. They'll be led out by a familiar face. This is Houston's first-round pick, of course, back in 2017. Deshaun Watson. First play, Watson to the air. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. To throw again on second down, Watson. He's got his receiver, Cooper. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Watson. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And a broken tackle could not free him. Taken down right at the 10-yard line. They go with Chubb on second down. That play gets them 6 yards and sets them up with a first and goal. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Chubb going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk. They'll give it to Chubb, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Browns will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Now Cade York for the extra point. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. So the drive there took 6 plays. And Nick Chubb the one to finish it off as he does so with a touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field and they will send this one away. Takes it at the 7. And able to get this out to the 25. So here come the Texans now for their first drive. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
And he was certainly solid, maybe a little bit more last week in his NFL debut. Threw a couple of touchdown passes and earned his first victory. Now, we all know it's not going to be easy from here, but at least now he's seeing what it takes to win at this level.
Now a play fake here on first down. He'll buy some time right. Connects here with the tight end, Blake Jarwin. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. To throw on second down. Richardson finds his man. It's John Mechie. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. The Texans 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they've gotten a pretty good deal from the schedule makers as well. Home dates in Weeks 1 and 2.
And I would believe that they would need to take advantage of that, partner, because as you can imagine, the road dates will pile up later this season. So this is a great opportunity for them to put some early distance on the rest of the division and create a little bit of a cushion for them for later in the year.
And taken down just shy of the 40. The numbers on the ground for Pierce last week. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked up by John Johnson. And the Browns are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
Well, this is something we've seen before, partner. We've seen a defense bait a rookie, pretend to leave a window open, and then the defensive back jumped it as soon as the ball was released. Big-time play. They love taking advantage of the youngsters, and in this case, it paid off well.
After the interception, here's Watson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
Now a first down throw, Watson. Over the middle, Amari Cooper, and he fumbled it. It's on the ground.
Personal foul, roughing the tackle, defense.
So now our referee looking at the sideline saying, are you sure? But yes, this defense has accepted the penalty. So that means they will not take possession on the fumble recovery. Well, not sure why in the world you do that, but that is apparently the decision. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. To throw is Watson. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And the Texans say they have it. They do.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. And they were winners in the season opener Sunday. Now they get the quick turnaround game here on Thursday night. But, CD, you say this is an ideal setup for them. Why?
Well, it's just the way the schedule lines up because everyone's got to play a Thursday game, and that's because of competitive balance. So, let's face it, would you rather play Week 2 when you're still relatively fresh and excited about the season? Or Week 15 when you've had a season's worth of bumps and bruises to factor in, and who knows what your record might be at that time as well?
Pierce will try to pick it up. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down.
Sometimes the defense gets you the ball on a takeaway and a fumble recovery of their own. You've got to reward them, don't you? You've got to stay out on the field, give them a chance to rest, and how about doing it the way they did it? Running the football and picking it up on third down.
Yeah, would not have wanted to go 3 and out. They avoid that right there.
Yeah, they avoided the glares as they went back to the bench, didn't they?
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. 1st and 10, it's Pierce. And down he goes just beyond the 35, and that pretty move got him some extra space to run. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A nice throw right there. And Charles, this is game number 2 in the NFL for this young rookie. His guys getting the victory last week, and he played pretty well by most accounts. Curious, what did you see?
I saw something similar to what you described, Brandon, because I saw a guy who looked the part, a guy who was in command, not just with the touchdown passes, but definitely looked to be in control of the offense as well. And you and I both know that's often uncommon for a rookie quarterback.
They'll look to throw again. Swings this one out wide for Pierce. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's got his man. It's the tight end, Brevin Jordan. And he is going to have a Texans first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
First down, but it winds up incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now in the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
22 yards there, a first down.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. A run for Pierce out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. After the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. To throw is Richardson from the gun on 3rd down. Touchdown, Texans! Brandon Cooks, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. They scored the most points of anyone on opening weekend, and now first quarter touchdown here.
And while there's no guarantee that all the points they scored opening weekend are going to hold up and be the average all year long, they're certainly starting to set that type of a pace. And what you do with that is you put in the heads of all of your opponents, we've got to really be ready on defense because these guys know how to put the ball in the end zone.
You think they can keep piling on the points like this?
I think they can if they're prepared to adjust and adapt because they won't see the same defenses week in and week out.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Peoples-Jones going to elect not to run this out, and they'll begin at the 25. The Browns set and ready to go on offense. Losers in the season opener on Sunday, they get that quick turnaround 96 hours later. Here we go. They're back at it. And I've got to think, especially early in the year, that's a good thing for these guys, is it not?
It absolutely is, and we've seen it many times demonstrated over the years. Teams have a rough opening game, have to play the Thursday game. That quick turnaround allows them to go ahead and throw the other game out, focus on the new one, and typically they play much better in game 2, so I would agree with you totally on that.
Certainly worth noting he's now one catch away from 600. He's at 599 in his career. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Here's Watson. Throw left side complete. That's short. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Well, this defense for the Texans, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
On second and very short, Watson. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. These two teams all tied after one. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. Now Watson. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Out of the gun, Watson. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. York able to send this one through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they get the 3. It was 4th and 1, and I think you were doing what I was doing. I was looking down at the sideline. I'm not sure the offensive unit wanted the 3. They wanted to go for it.
But when have we ever seen a unit that didn't want to go for it in that situation, right? Sometimes it's just way more important to have the points on the board than to worry about any type of a gamble.
And now out comes Houston. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
Going for it with Pierce. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
And they'll go right back to Pierce. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs. Keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
On second down, here's Pierce. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Now on first down, Sanders not finding a whole lot as he'll get forward for about 3. Second down, back to Sanders. A beautiful fake. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Pierce now up the middle. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 54 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
Here's Richardson on 1st and 10. Over the middle, he gets it to Collins. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. 2nd and 9 now. Throw complete right side to Cooks. Kevin Stefanski consulted with his guys above, and they told him throw that challenge flag. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Back to the ground with Pierce. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
Now the Texans are going to call on the field goal unit. This a 31-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And that will knot us up at 10. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it to 26. Another opportunity now for the Browns offense. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
But it certainly is because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
And he'll earn a couple of tough yards past the 30 to the 31. Here's Watson. They set up the screen to Chubb. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that's going to bring up the 4th down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. It kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away.
Personal foul. Roughing a kicker. Defense.
That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, here's your bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 more yards there and another first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Watson now to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's short. And he's going to get this down near the 25. From the 25 on 2nd down, Watson. And incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. On 1st down, Watson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. 2nd and 10, we're all knotted up at 10, but it appears that may change soon. Only question is, will they have to settle for 3? He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. Flush to his right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Deshaun Watson, a 12-yard touchdown run as they have taken the lead. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? But I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
Extra point by York is up and good, and that makes it a 17-10 score. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Offense back out there along with Dameon Pierce. They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not to any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen and put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well. Now Richardson to throw on 2nd down. To Pierce, they set up the screen. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Richardson throwing on first down. Dancing to, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. This will be complete to Mechie. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Walker, and he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Watson on first down. He's got Njoku over the middle. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Now it's Watson. That's out to Chubb, complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This from 54 yards away. And he put enough leg into it, but it's well off to the right and no good. So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with a lead. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime. Sorry, Coach, put a pin in that. We are going to move right on to the third quarter here. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. But the Texans getting ready to go here to begin the third quarter. But, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block them. They were on him in a hurry.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Looking to throw. Richardson looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Pierce. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Richardson now to throw on third down. And he wisely will throw that one away. Here's Cameron Johnston now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And taken right at the 35. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as...
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. To throw is Richardson. Looking to throw on second down. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Back to throw. Richardson. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Cleveland offense making their way out. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And he'll get a couple up to the 29.
On third down, it's Nick Chubb. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on fourth.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There was absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
The Browns send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. With it is Jackson. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7.
And the Texans will take over. And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, on maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
Here's Richardson to throw on second down.
Delivers another one to Pierce.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Out of the gun now on third down. Throw left side complete. That's Pierce. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that's going to make it 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it.
On is the punter, Johnston now, as he sends this one away.
Pulled in at the 24.
The danger of a punt that good, a 16-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
And the Browns getting set to go. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
This short pass into the hands of Njoku. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. To throw is Watson.
And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And he is going to have a Browns first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
I like the fact that they didn't overcomplicate things on that call. 3rd and 2. Just run the quick little hitch, which they did. Ball's out of quarterback's hands. And yes, indeed, they pick up the first down.
On first down, it's Watson. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down and a 21-yard gain.
I am willing to bet that he got a monster grin on his face when he saw what was happening. Man coverage was so committed to denying a big throw that it pulled attention away from him, and he had an easy lane to hit. And hit it he did.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. From the gun, here's Watson. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Donovan Peoples-Jones from 3 yards out. And the Browns go up by 2 touchdowns. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Toss play. Here's Pierce. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to third down.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Looking to throw. Richardson. Open man there is Collins, complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, that's a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Pierce gets this one running right. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. That's complete to Pierce. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Richardson. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. And they pick up the first down there with a gain of 4. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Houston. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Back to throw again. Escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Open man is Mechie, and he's got him. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's another Houston Texans.
Running it out of the gun with Pierce. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8.
He was brought down at the 8-yard line.
Now Richardson looking to throw on 2nd down. That's underneath to Pierce. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. Richardson from the gun on 3rd down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Nico Collins from 4 yards out. And the Texans have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point splits the uprights. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. 2nd down, here's Chubb again. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 65 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries. Great time there to come up with his longest run of the night. We just saw it.
Leads to a lot of satisfaction because if they're able to hang on and win this game, you know what else will happen in the locker room after this?
What's that?
Head coach will step up and go, great job, guys. Because of that, come in a little bit later tomorrow.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. They'll try the air now with Watson. They set up the screen to Chubb. And they're going to get this up to midfield. The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. From the 50, it's Watson. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he is going to have a Browns first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
First down, Browns.
Now a first down throw, Watson. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again is Watson. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved. The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. The Browns send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. The Texans offense set to regain possession. And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt. And now a chance to tie the game on this possession. On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They go again with Pierce. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. On 3rd down, here's Pierce. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Pierce takes it straight ahead. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Give to Pierce. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Richardson now on 3rd down. Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. So possession goes over here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal? End the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
On 1st down, Watson. And he'll get this one to Cooper, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Chubb will get the call running left. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Now Watson. Past the 20. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Here's Chubb on the read option. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 83 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
The Browns in victory formation now as they take the knee. The lone man in the backfield here is Chubb on 2nd and goal. Down to a knee goes Watson, and that should just about do it for this ball game.
Well, this ball game was close throughout. Remember, it was neck and neck at intermission, neck and neck at the end, but a great job to come in here in a tough environment, Charles, and get the victory.
Yeah, tough environment indeed. How about all the people we can hear shouting from their seats right below us, partner? They weren't real happy that their team didn't keep the home field. How about how these visitors came in, calm every step of the way, even with all the pressure, and found a way to get out of here with a win.
So for the Browns, they did what they needed to do. They split their first 2 road games of the year. And now they'll get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Pittsburgh Steelers.